I just, never mind. When he called, was he here?
Okay. Hey, Keith, it looks like we're live, buddy. So, hey, everybody. This is Wild and Crazy. We are coming at you live from the Wings Over the Rockies Exploration of Flight Museum here in Centennial, Colorado. It's a live event, and we still have a speaker in the background. So bear with us, but we're so excited to be here. And once again, because it is a live event, make sure you're commenting in the chat. Give us some words of encouragement, positivity. We love that. And this is a showcase about women in aerospace. And so part of our diversity, equity, and inclusion month. So our first guest speaker tonight, this afternoon, is Keith Palmer. He is the Director of Operations here at the museum. So Keith, welcome.
Hey, thank you so much. Glad to be here. And I agree, this is going to be fun and a little challenging.
It's it's a crazy thing. I've got my Wonder Woman mask on. It's all good. So my question to you is, this is your event. Tell us all about it.
Thank you. So one of the things that we're doing out at the Exploration Campus, which is a second location for Wings Over the Rockies, is we're doing whatever we can to inspire the next generation of explorers, aviators, aerospace engineers. And we do that through showcases. And our showcase today is about women in aviation, because we do feel it's an underappreciated, undervisible, we got to bring the attention to the numerous ladies and women that are in the aviation industry, in the aerospace industry. And we want those girls to figure out, hey, there's somebody like me and I can do it. And so that's what this event is about today, is inspiring that next generation, but specifically even targeting the young ladies.
And so you kind of answered it, but I'll ask you anyway. You're talking about inspiration. What inspired you to create this event?
Well, I tell you, I was an aviation guru when I was a young kid, and I got away from it, and I realized how much I missed it. So when I came back and I saw the mission statement of Wings, that's why I came here. And if you look at the mission statement of Wings, it does talk about the education component. It talks about the inspiration component, but I felt like we weren't quite taking that to the level it needed to do. So I was happy when I got the opportunity to have a job here. And so that's been our focus, looking at the many different opportunities, whether I'm having a showcase about drones, whether I'm having a showcase about airplanes, or whether I'm having a showcase about public safety. The thing is let's draw the students in, let's let them see the different fields and the different opportunities. And then after we get them in, let's also help them through that education process and through that development process of being able to fulfill their dream.
Well, Keith, you're doing amazing things here in Colorado, Aerospace Alley, and we've got about 100 people right now. Listen to Dagmar Cress. She's an amazing aviator and an aerobatic pilot from Germany originally, talking about how she grew up in Germany in the 1960s and was really discouraged from being a pilot. And her story is so inspirational. So hopefully we'll get to speak with her a little bit later. She's still on stage. But in the meantime, Keith, thank you so much. And I'm hoping Zenith Khan is right behind you and can tell us a little bit about what her involvement in this event.
Absolutely. I'm going to pass you off to Zenith and just give us a second while we transition.
All right. So everybody, I'm here repping, I'm wearing 3 hats today. I'm representing my own company, P3 Tech Consulting, Women in Drones, as well as Inner Drone, since they sponsor this podcast and they have an amazing event themselves coming up in August in Texas. So Zenith, welcome.
Hello, Don. Thank you for having me.
You're getting claps too, because it was Dagmar. Yeah. So tell us about, you are the wind beneath the wings here for this particular event, right? So tell us what you hope to achieve with this event today.
So a lot of different things. When I was envisioning this event, first of all, it's just to celebrate Women's History Month. It's the month of March, so really recognizing women all across the board. We're doing a combination of the past and the history at our Air and Space Museum. And with this location, what we really wanted to focus on was, okay, that's the history. How do we build history from here, right? We are living history. Let's focus on the present and the future of women and what they're doing for aerospace. So that was really the focus with that. With that idea, we just decided that the best thing would be to just bring women together. That's the goal. And do it in a way that's inclusive, it's accessible, and that's through our IDEA committee, so our Inclusivity, Diversity, Equity, and Accessibility Committee at Wings Over the Rockies. we said, how can we take what we stand for and really build an event around that? And this is what we came up with. We've done events like this before. We bring exhibitors in, we talk about different careers, different paths. But for this one specifically was, let's bring in women from different organizations and let's have them encourage young women and girls to pursue that and see, hey, there are women out there. There are women doing what I want to be doing, and have them hear it directly from them. We have a lot of ways to go to reducing some of the stereotypes and the discrimination that still exists within aerospace, within aviation, within space industry. So this was the goal, was let's bring all these women together. Let's talk about what we're doing. Let's talk about how we can encourage each other, motivate each other to pursue what we're really passionate about.
Well, you're certainly doing that. And I, in fact, was here, in January at your drone career day, which was also amazing. I brought my oldest son with me, and we got to meet so many people. In fact, Kyle Sanders, U.S. Drone Soccer, we had him on the podcast earlier. He's here today. That's where I met him. And Vic Moss, he's going to be coming up here soon. Everybody knows Vic. So, Colorado strong is what I'll say about that. So my last question to you, Zenith, is what similar events do you have projected into the future to inspire girls and women to get into aerospace?
That's a really good question. So a lot of the ones that already exist, I would say, so our volunteer program, it's heavily dominated by older men right now, just because that's typically the type of people who want to be involved in this field, even after they retire. So that's what we're really boosting, is trying to bring in more women into the organization. And we're seeing a lot of them jump on actually to volunteer at Exploration of Flight, because there are younger female pilots, or there are younger women in aviation who want to be involved with what's currently happening, as opposed to reflecting on the history of it. So we're really trying to boost up our volunteer program right now. We have our volunteer manager here who's talking about that program. We also have some education and some scholarship programs that we're talking about as well, how to get little girls and younger women involved in some of our education programs.
So I wanted to show you, look right here, we've got the next generation coming up. We've got little girls here, all kinds of folks. This is a live podcast, and thank you guys for being here. And Zenith, thank you so much for inspiring the next generation of aerospace women to take this all to the next level. So
wonderful. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. This is awesome. So let's get Kimiko, let's get Vic Moss next on the horn. I think Vic's here.
Okay, we'll switch over. Thanks, Don.
Hey, Vic, welcome. For those out there in drone land, you probably know Vic. He's got his fingers in almost every pie, but he is a Coloradan. And so we love him, and he is on the Drone Advisory Committee for the FAA. He's on the FAA safety team. He just started up with Kenji Sugahara, the Drone Service Providers Alliance, where they're advocating for drone pilots and service providers. And he's also with me on the UAS Colorado Board of Directors. So, Vic, thank you so much for being here and for all that you do for the drone industry.
Well, thanks for bringing me on. And this is a really cool event here today. I'm actually I'm here as FAST today, so I'm here as a drone pro. So although I'm wearing the shirt, this isn't necessarily a drone pro broadcast at the moment.
No, that's awesome. And so, with all of your various initiatives that you have going on, Vic, how do you seek to elevate diversity in those?
Well, when Kenji and I first started this DSPA last year, we started talking about who we need to bring in. We wanted first of all just a diverse group of people, so we have different verticals within the UAS industry. But we also was like, you know what, we need somebody like Sharon Rossmark, who is the CEO of Women in Drones, and she was our second choice, or not our second choice, our second ask to join our to join our advisory board. Dave Messina was our first with the FPV Freedom Coalition, and the FPV Freedom Coalition is also in that same basket where they're trying to bring ladies in to join this industry, this growing industry. So it's been really awesome to be part of it, and be part of this too. I mean, it's a fun project today.
No, thank you. And so it really begs the question, but I'll ask it. Why do you believe diversity is important to the drone industry?
Because if you're not diverse, you get a very one-sided view of things, and I've been saying the same joke for the last 2 years, and I'll say it again here. We need more estrogen in this industry to offset so much of the testosterone that is so prevalent here. And there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but just having the ladies' perspective in to different things is so important in everything we do, and especially this industry where it is so one-sided at this point. Because it's basically a video game we're flying around. So I can understand that to a point.
Yeah, well, thank you so much once again, Vic, for everything you do. I know you're going to tag out with Kimiko Chambers from UAS Colorado. She's here repping them.
Yep,
so
she's right over here waiting for us.
All right, awesome. So I know you guys are tagging out.
Hey,
thanks you so much, Vic.
Thanks, everybody. All right, bye-bye.
So what do we do?
He's talking to her.
There she is. So everybody, like I said, Vic and I are on the UAS Colorado board together, and Kimiko is amazing. She is our communications director for UAS Colorado. If you've never met anybody with more energy and drive than Kimiko, so welcome to the show, Kimiko. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thanks, Dawn, for inviting me. I appreciate it, and I love the fact that we're being able to participate in this event with you.
So let me ask you, you do so much. What motivates you to do all that you do for the drone industry, especially in Colorado?
Well, I'm definitely guided by the belief that this ever-changing technology can benefit all of us. I don't think I've ever encountered a tool that's designed specifically and for so many benefits that reach out to so many aspects of life. I see all the challenges and the changing of our economic growth because of it, and I see that it's capable of expanding across many cultures and what can be discovered and learned about drone applications. So it's pretty exciting times.
No, absolutely it is. And, you and I are working together on the strategic plan for UAS Colorado, and I know one of our goals is to get more membership in general, but certainly more women. What is your goal vis-a-vis getting more women involved in UAS Colorado and in the drone industry here?
I think my goal primarily right now is to gather more women to be involved with UAS Colorado, is to provide daily and weekly information regarding drones through social media and networking. And I believe as restrictions are lifted, I would like to work with my team to develop more events that are to educate and promote women's interests using drones. Also, I'd like to be able to continue within myself to be involved with other organizations that we have here in UAS Colorado that do help influence and to expand our knowledge with women and also young women as well for STEM classes, to just expand on UAS commercial industry.
No, that's amazing. Everything that you're doing is incredible. I want to thank you personally because I've been the beneficiary. I've seen everything you do. So thank you so much for repping UAS Colorado here and for women here in Colorado. So I'm going to go ahead and have you hand it off, Kimiko, to one of our surprise guests. Jason Sansusi is coming up. Thank you so much, Kimiko.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
All right, so Jason's coming up, and you guys might have remembered.
Hey, Dawn, I know you got a plan, but we got a special guest if you'd like to have Dagmar come on.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yeah, is she up there?
She sure is. Here, let's get her on for you.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Just throw these on the headset and
here she is. So, Dagmar, we haven't met yet, and I so look forward to meeting you. I was inspired by your video that was part of the advertising for this event. I was listening to what you were saying here and how you grew up in a country and at a time where women were really discouraged from getting into aviation, and yet you overcame all of that and became an expert acrobatics pilot. So thank you so much for taking the time to be with us here today.
Well, thank you for having me. Can you hear me?
We sure can. We can hear you perfectly. So
okay.
I know we're going a little off script here, but it's awesome, and I want to ask you this. What would you tell little girls out there right now when people tell them no? What would you tell them?
Well, that everyone can do it. Girls can do it just as well as boys. and there's no reason to get discouraged. I'm actually not sure if there are still so many people left who say no. I'm one of the young Eagle pilots taking up little children on. We will start this program again here soon, and I have noticed that lately about 50% of the young Eagles, of the children who come, are girls, and they are brought by their fathers. This is the cutest thing. It's so heartwarming, and I
That is
find
amazing.
it has changed. It has changed. So I think if somebody says to a girl no, she should have plenty of backup somewhere else because it's not the predominant culture anymore. I don't think it
That
is.
that is
So
that is great.
just turn somewhere else. Turn to people who support you and say
That
yes.
and maybe that's my second question to you. With all of your wisdom and experience, my question is this: knowing what you know now, what do you wish you had known way back when? What would you tell your younger self?
I should have maybe been more persistent. But again, I was a little girl. And as a little girl in a family, you usually don't push the limits. What would I have done different? I should have been more persistent. But then in retrospect, I'm actually not begrudging anything because I like where I am now. And it's almost a blessing for me. In my case, it turned out to be a blessing.
Yeah, sometimes when you get knocked down, you come back up, you're stronger than ever. And I
Yeah,
think you're
yeah.
a perfect example of that. So I definitely want to talk to you more, Dagmar. I want to get Jason on here. I see him up there. Thank you so much for taking a couple minutes with us here today for the Drones at Dawn podcast. We'll go ahead and hand it over to Jason.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you,
Thanks for
ma'am.
having me.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. So this is great. We're getting all of these random, amazing people here from Colorado. And for those of you that maybe dial in regularly, like Scott Schofman, I see you said hi. So hello there, Scott. You may have met Jason Sansusi, but this is his wonderful fiance. So Nicole,
Yes.
if you could introduce yourself, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, I am Nicole Porter, and I am co-founder of Neurodiversity Works with Jason. And this is our inspiration. My son, who's 9 years old, his name is Blake, and he has autism. You want to say hi? Hi.
Hi, Blake.
And so
yeah, go ahead.
So we got involved because we see such a need in the disability community, the neurodiverse community. These kids have a lot of passion and dedication in what they are interested in, and a lot of them do have aviation, drone, technology gifts. And so between Jason being in the drone industry, me working with nonprofits a lot, and being in the disability world, we came together and launched Neurodiversity Works. And the goal is to work with neurodiverse kiddos and young adults and get them in this form of technology so that they can have a career where they're fulfilled and gifted in.
That is amazing. You guys are here representing Neurodiversity Works, so thanks for being here, and hopefully you're meeting a lot of people and inspiring people like you. All inspire us.
Oh, thank you. Do you want us to talk to Jason real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
See you, Blake. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Whoa!
All right. Hey, Jason.
Hey!
So good to see you. So glad you and your family could be here today.
Absolutely.
And,
we're very excited to be here.
Yeah. So have you met a number of little girls that have come up to your booth today so far?
Absolutely. And several that are on the spectrum.
All right. And so maybe people are signing up to become part of your program.
I'm really hoping that's the next step. Yes, this is a great event. I'm loving this.
Yeah, what people can't see right now, we're in a hangar basically. There's a helicopter on the flight line, a number of planes landed here. So people are outside, they're walking around. It's pretty amazing. So thank you so much, Jason. Thanks for what you do, and thanks for being here.
Of course, absolutely. Thanks, Dawn.
All right, I'm trying to see if Kyle Sanders is Jones' soccer guy. Is Kyle Sanders here? See if you can find him, but if not, I think we're getting close to our time. Let's see. Can I get a time hack?
11:35.
Okay. All right, we got a few minutes left. Here he goes. Kyle, do you want to
Here he
run up
comes.
there and get on the podcast real quick? Yeah, yeah, we're live. So
I'll hand off.
I know this is like so random. This is like this. There is madness here, but we're having a lot of fun. And again, these are the Colorado luminaries. We call it Aerospace Alley because there's so much going on here in Colorado, especially with drones, but with aerospace in general. And Kyle's here. He's gonna swap out with Jason. He's gonna give us give us a quick update on U.S. drone soccer. So Kyle, you were on the podcast earlier. You're here today. Thanks for being here again. Great.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So can you give us all a real quick update on how U.S. drone soccer's going? Because it's now almost April, and you're talking about a big kickoff here this summer.
Yes, so that's right. All of our pre-market testing is done, and we're moving into production, which is very exciting with our partners iFlight. They're a leading drone racing manufacturer. But here we're going to kick off drone soccer with the first student tournament at the beginning of May with our 3 high schools and the Wings Aerospace Pathways students. Other schools who want to jump in will have plenty of time to train for that tournament. So that'll be right at the end of the school year. And then we're launching drone soccer summer camps here at Wings Over the Rockies. So students who want to get their hands on building and flying will be able to train, as well as some summer leagues for the community. And they will all be able to compete. We haven't made a formal announcement yet, but our goal is that they will be able to compete at the Rocky Mountain State Games, which is our big state tournament, athletic tournament here at the end of July.
Oh,
so
that'll
lots
be
happening.
Awesome. Yeah.
And Colorado's our test of the whole program, so lots of opportunities if you're in Colorado to get involved and compete. And we are confirming locations that will be hosting drone soccer arenas around the country and launching leagues in other cities. So, more to be announced later on this summer.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And I'll tell you, it's a great time to be in Colorado, to be sure. Not only do we have amazing mountains and probably, the most amazing atmosphere here, high elevation. We've got, like I said, luminaries in the drone world like Kyle. So thanks again for being here, Kyle.
Yeah, the air is rare in Colorado, but it's good flying. And, Wings Over the Rockies is pushing the Aerospace Alley, trying to rebrand the state to highlight all the aerospace industry and education that goes on here. So, always happy to help be a convener for the aerospace community here in town.
Well, thank you so much. And I'm just going to randomly grab some people behind me and see if they want to talk to us. Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. You want to? Hey, ladies. You want to be on the podcast? Come here. Come on over.
So hello, Inner Drone. I hope you guys are all having fun.
Yeah, we are having fun. So these are like some of the amazing women here.
Yeah, she is.
These are some of the amazing women here at this event. Oh my gosh, I love your mask. Can you get closer? Check out her mask. I thought my Wonder Woman one was pretty cool, but we've got folks here from Lockheed Martin. We've got, where are you from?
The Colorado 99s.
The Colorado 99s. Tell us about that.
The Colorado 99s were founded in 1929, and it was a group of women pilots, 99 of them, and it included Amelia Earhart. So,
wow.
So we go back a long ways, and we just try to support each other and represent women in aviation, and we just try to, enjoy each other's company, give a lot of moral support, encourage other women.
So what's your name? I didn't get it.
My name is June.
June, nice to meet you. This is the Inner Drones at Dawn podcast. So,
okay.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much. Nice to meet you. This is just one of the many, many amazing folks that are here today. Like I said, there's 100 people walking around. They're on the flight line. They're having a great time. So All right. Unless we've got any questions from the audience, I think we're going to probably call this a wrap for now. See you later. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, everybody. And for those that dial into Drones at Dawn Monday, 8 o'clock Mountain, we've got our normal podcast with Renanda White, Black Girls Drone. Please, please, please meet us there. Have a great weekend.